Good evening and welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We come to you live from Bill Matthews Field tonight. It's the River Rivalry game. The Burley Bobcats at 4-0, taking on the Minico Spartans. They are 3-1. Hi, everybody inside the broadcast booth. Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane. Well, here we are, Sean. It's one of the great rivalries in the state of Idaho. A lot of pomp and circumstance prior to the game tonight. We spent more time looking for a parking spot than it took us to drive out here tonight from Pocatello. And there was a helicopter that flew down and landed on the field, and now it looks like we've got a cannon ready to go at midfield as well.
Yeah, we've got, there might be a couple cannons as we walked in our very secret entrance. Oh, here it goes.
There it is, and there come the Minico Spartans out onto the field. Minico has won, 17 in a row in this rivalry game. Sean, the last time Burley had a win was back in 2004.
Yeah, in 2004 is the last time Burley won, 22-13. Since then, it's been all Minico in this rivalry, but we've got two really strong teams coming into this in the Treasure Valley Conference here. Burley 4-0, Minico 3-1. Both kind of looking to take that top spot in the conference.
This is going to be a showdown for conference supremacy, and, well, these guys just plain don't like each other either, so that always adds an element to the rivalry game as well. It's the Burley Bobcats now taking the field, and we are, of course, in front of their fan base tonight, so it might sound a little louder when Burley's making plays. Here come the Bobcats, led by first-year head coach Cameron Anderson. He's really injected some life into this Burley program.
Yeah, I always thought, they call it the River Rivalry, and, whoever wins, maybe they should get a dye of the river, either red or green, kind of like St. Patrick's Day in Chicago.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting for sure. Well, we're going to take a break as we get ready for our national anthem, and we will come back right after this. It's Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valley-Wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-Wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big, and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community.
Welcome back to Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Just in time for our opening kickoff. Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane. The Burley Bobcats will be kicking off first tonight, which means the Minico Spartans will be on offense first. The River Rivalry and a little pooch kick will be taken on a hop. This is Joseph Terry on the return, just shy of the 35, and now pushes the pile out past the 35-yard line. Good field position to start for the Spartans tonight. Contrasting styles, Sean, here. Minico loves to run the ball. Burley loves to sling it around on offense. This is a Burley defense that's given up a lot of big plays this year versus a Minico defense that has pitched back-to-back shutouts.
Yeah, nice job by Minico in the last 2 games that get shutouts.
They will start with a run play that Burley defends pretty well. On the carry that time, it looked like it was Japheth Bendelay, and Bendelay loses a couple of yards.
And Bowen, number 7 of Burley, in there quickly to shut that down.
So it's a loss of 3 to make it 2nd and 13 for the Spartans.
And that will be the kind of the matchup, right? Can Burley stop the potent Minico run offense, and can, Minico stop the high-flying passing offense of Burley?
Handoff again up the middle, and that's Bendelay taking it for a gain of 4, but it's still 3rd and 9.
And Bendelay last week, 161 yards, 3 touchdowns in that shutout victory over Century.
Minico taking as much time as they can off that clock, wanting to keep that Burley offense off the field. Nowhere to go there. So, 4th down. Actually, a false start.
Yeah, false start there.
Going to make it 3rd and even longer. So now it's 3rd down and 12, we'll call it. So from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 12. And this has been Minico's problem the past couple of years, Sean. They've ran the ball extremely well, but the passing game just hasn't quite been there, and that's been a problem, especially in the postseason.
Yeah, and those 3rd and longs, you've got to find a pass.
Carson Wayman on the run, fires. It is caught, but just shy of the 1st down. We'll see where they mark him at. The pass complete to J.T. Garza. It all depends on the spot here, Sean. What do you think? Fourth and inches, it looks like.
4th and super close. The marker, I can't see the marker. There's a lot of Burley guys in front of it, but.
Yeah, it is going to be 4th and inches for the Spartans. Ball is at their own 44-yard line. They've got to get to basically the 45 for the 1st down.
They're going for it.
Quarterback keeper will move the chains. Ends up being a gain of a yard. That's exactly what they needed. Fresh set of downs. Carson Wayman sneaks it ahead.
Yeah, Minico kind of acted like they're kind of waiting and then got to the line real quick and snapped very quickly to try to catch the Burley line off guard.
And blown up in the backfield. Joseph Terry on the carry that time, and Terry brought down for a loss of 5.
And the Burley linebackers are finding some holes and getting back there, and it's going to be difficult for Minico if they can't block those guys, because they're getting tackled for a loss here to start out this game. There is not an open seat here at the stadium tonight in Minico.
So it's going to be a handoff again here. And again, nowhere to go. Quarterback keeper actually for Carson Waymont. And Waymont's got nowhere to go that time. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 now for the Spartans.
And yeah, and a few weeks ago, we saw Burley versus Valley View, and Burley had a hard time kind of stopping the run, but their defense is showing up tonight so far.
3rd and 15. Waymont drops back, has time, fires underneath. It will be caught for a gain of 7, but it'll be 4th down and long. And on the reception that time for Minico was Carson Suchan, the senior. So 4th down and 8. Does Minico go for it here with 6:50 to play in our opening quarter of action?
And kind of with Minico, if you're under the double digits in yards, it's a little more manageable for them and kind of how their offense rolls.
And it looks like we've got a timeout taken by the Burley Bobcats defensively. So, Sean, if you're Minico here on 4th down and your head coach Keelan McCaffrey, what kind of play you calling?
Well, they've tried to really kind of go up the middle, maybe a little misdirection and try to get the edge on the far side of the field from us and find a little room for the running backs maybe. And now they're going to pass it because I said that. You know how that works.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes.
But Burley didn't like how it was lined up there, took a defensive timeout, so.
We will tell you while we have a moment, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More. They have one of the largest selections of furniture and floor coverings in the Magic Valley, always in stock and ready for same-day delivery. Whether you're decorating your new home, updating your current home, or shopping for that special someone, Lee's is the place to shop for all your flooring and furniture needs. Visit their store at 459 Overland in Burley for harvest specials going on right now. Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More, proud supporter of all the local athletes tonight in the River Rivalry Contest. So after that timeout by Burley, Minico decides to punt, and now we'll get to see the Bobcat offense for the first time tonight. Sean, inside their own 20. All they did last week against Preston was put up 82 points, 611 yards of total offense, and 11 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a basketball score there, 82-44. Caleb Loveland, 23 of 29 passes, 383 yards, 8 touchdowns, and he ran one on the ground.
1st and 10, play blown dead before it can start. Caleb Loveland is the trigger man for this Bobcat offense. Looks like a false start call here against the Bobcats. And again, we're kind of looking into the sun here. That will change very soon.
Yeah, like I said, there's not an empty seat. Everyone is standing wherever there is bleacher space.
So 1st and 15 now for the Bobcats from their own 5-yard line. Loveland out of a shotgun. Ramsey Trevino is the running back with him. Loveland back to pass. Going to sling it to Trevino in the flat. Will be cut down at the 11-yard line. On the tackle for Minico is Nick Gibson, the all-state linebacker. This linebacking trio for Minico, Nick Gibson, Brevin Trankel, and Finn McCaffrey, it's one of the best in all of 4A football.
Yeah, they were great last week versus Century.
So 3-yard gain makes it 2nd and 12. They'll throw short again to Trevino, and it's Brevin Trankel on the tackle that time. One of those 3 linebackers we talked about. So Trevino, decent yardage gained. Will make it 3rd down and 6 now after the 6-yard completion.
And since they have 3 just solid linebackers, there's not a place to really attack this Minico defense.
So 3rd and 6 now for the Bobcats of Burley. They will hand off to Ramsey Trevino, and Trevino close to the 1st down marker, but we'll see where they mark it at. We're down to 5 minutes to play here in our opening quarter of play as well. It's going to be 4th down and 2, they'll say, for the Bobcats after the 4-yard run by Trevino. So that 5-yard penalty really costly for Burley because they've picked up pretty good yardage on each of their first 3 plays. But they had to go 15 yards instead of 10. And it's now 4th and 2, and Burley going to line up and go for it. Deep in their own territory. Trevino on the rush.
It's going to be close.
I think they'll give it to him, and it is enough for the 1st down, a gain of 3 on 4th and 2 for Ramsey Trevino. And so Burley, that's a pretty gutsy call there at your own 23-yard line to go for it on 4th down, but Burley does convert.
Well, that's kind of the nice thing is everyone's watching for the Burley passing game, so sometimes it frees up some of those quarterback draws for Loveland.
So fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Loveland back to pass, going to take a deep shot over the middle. It is bobbled and still caught for a big 1st down for the Bobcats. Khalil Schroeder hung on and made the grab all the way out to the 50-yard line. Actually, the 49. So that is a gain of 21 and a Burley 1st down. He juggled it and then held on and caught it. What a tremendous play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Screen for Gatlin Bear. First time we've called his name tonight. Bear with the high hurdle at the end of the play. Will pick up 10 and a 1st down.
Flag on the play there.
Where in the backfield or on the sideline?
Sideline, it looks like. It's right in front of the players here in Burley.
Okay, I was going to say our line of sight, tough to see.
I don't miss anything, Brandon. Blocking it back, I think it just happened right towards us as he went to hurdle. The track is close. So again, another kind of costly penalty for Burley. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Handoff on 1st and 12 following that penalty. What was that penalty again, Sean?
Blocking the back.
Okay, thank you. So a 3-yard gain for Ramsey Trevino will make it 2nd down and 9 now for the Bobcats. We're at 3:22 to play in our opening quarter of action. There's a lot of, 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. And a lot of games, Burley's already put up 2 or 3 scores sometimes. I think it's going to be hard to do against this Minico defense tonight. They'll throw a screen pass. That is caught for big yardage. Out across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. That is a gain of 26 and a Burley 1st down to Jacob Williams.
Yeah, and Jacob Williams is the last 4 games, 442 yards, 6 TDs.
1st and 10. They will throw short and incomplete. Intended receiver was Braxton Bowen, the junior.
Yeah, and Jacob Williams ran into his own player and was still able to kind of bounce off him and get that yardage.
So we're at 2:49 to play, opening quarter of action, opening drive of the game for the Burley offense. Looking pretty impressive. 1st and 10. Ramsey Trevino bangs ahead for a gain of about 3, and then Minico's there to push him back. We'll see where they mark forward progress at here. Third down. Loveland, penalty flag flies. Pass for Gatlin Bear is incomplete as well. We'll see what the call is here. False start against Burley. So it's going to be 4th down now for the Bobcats. 4th and 5 with the ball at the Minico 25-yard line. Another big 4th down here for Burley. They're going to line up and go for it. Loveland all alone out of a shotgun formation here. Minico sends 3. Loveland stands tall, throws high, nearly intercepted, and then Khalil Schroeder maybe had a chance at it in the end zone, but it falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. That was a pretty good throw by Loveland, Sean, just a little off.
Yeah, he kind of has that sidearm motion, and it gets out of there fast.
Yeah, he does. He kind of slings it sidearm. We noted that earlier this year. We were on the call for the Burley Valley View contest, and now it's Minico back to work. They'll line up 1st and 10 quickly. Handoff left side. Goes for a yard, maybe 2.
And kind of like you mentioned, both these teams have put up pretty big offensive numbers all year, and this could be the game where it could be a lot closer. It might be a lot harder to score for either team.
Yeah, points could be at a premium tonight. That was no gain on the carry for Joseph Terry. Makes it 2nd and 10 for Minico from their own 25-yard line. 1:40 to play in the opening quarter. Handoff off the edge. Bouncing to the outside is JT Garza. Multiple penalty flags come out, and you think this one's probably coming back on an illegal block. JT Garza, he is the kind of the receiving back of this 3-headed monster in the backfield for Minico. Japheth Bendelay is kind of the between the tackles rusher. Joseph Terry's the speed guy, and then you have JT Garza, who's caught multiple touchdowns this year. So following the blocking penalty, it's going to be 2nd down and 15 for Minico from their own 19-yard line. Burley, has been pretty stout defensively so far tonight against this Minico rush.
Yeah, the defensive line's just making great plays.
Wayman back to pass, has time. Flushed out now on the run, fires, got a man wide open. Joseph Terry gets a block on the perimeter and is cut down at the 49-yard line. That is a gain of 30 and a Minico 1st down.
And I think for Minico to win this game, they're going to have to make some passes like that. I think that's key, and I think that's key as the season goes on and into the postseason.
Yeah, great job by that Minico offensive line, giving Wayman plenty of time, and then Joseph Terry was wide open over the middle. So here are the Spartans 1st and 10 from their own 48. Counter play for Terry, gets to the next level and is able to pick up about 3 on the tackle for Burley that time. Defensively, looked like it was Braxton Bowen. So gain of 5 actually for Terry. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play, Sean. That moved very fast. Here we are in the River rivalry, and our score after 1. Minico 0, Burley 0. Spartans with the ball at midfield, though, when we come back for the 2nd quarter right after this on IdahoSports.com.
Specializing in orthopedic care, sports medicine, and certified hand therapy, Burley Physical Therapy works closely with you to minimize your pain and maximize your function. We also provide the only in-house aquatic therapy in the Magic Valley. Now proudly partnered with Elite Fitness as a full-service health club, we have the unique ability to continue our hands-on approach between your recovery and customized independent programs. Exclusive to the area, Elite Sports Performance offers the only certified Sports Metrics knee injury prevention program. We also have multiple performance classes for all age groups that focus on athletic fundamentals through elite training. Burley Physical Therapy and the Elite family, partnering for a lifetime of health.
When life calls for necessary add-ons, your home can pitch in to help with a new home equity line of credit from D.L. Evans Bank. This is living on a whole new level. This is community banking.
Second quarter, first play of the second quarter, and Minico with a big rush off the right side. As we flipped the field, and on 2nd and 5, Minico is able to push the pile, pick up 8, and get a first down. That was Bendelay on the carry.
And that's, that was a good example of why Minico's been so good, is it's hard to tell who's going to end up with the ball out of that T formation. And, yeah.
Makes it 1st and 10 for Minico. They'll go straight up the middle this time, and Bendelay will pick up 5. So now you feel like this Minico rushing attack starting to settle in a little bit, Sean.
Yeah, the offensive line doing a good job to get that push and make some room for the running backs to kind of make a cut or find that gap or hole.
So 2nd down and 5 now for Minico. 11 minutes to play before halftime. Bendelay around the right side has the first down. Penalty flag comes out though, so hold the phone. We'll wait and see.
Holding again on Minico. Kind of a lot of penalties to start this game, but, rivalry game. Everyone's kind of jacked up, ready to go.
Handoff again. Bendelay will make it 3rd down and 3. So 7 yards for Bendelay.
The Minico, the Minico run offense was just relentless. Like, they just keep coming, and, kind of hope that pays off towards the end of the game as well.
Third and 3. Handoff again goes to Bendelay, and again he moves the chains. Gets 3, and it's 1st and 10 for Minico. We're down to 9:55 to play here before halftime. So already we're discovering that possessions could be at a premium tonight as well, Sean.
Yeah, and I'm thinking field position, just kind of where you get to start, could make a huge difference.
Wayman going to sling it in the flat. That is caught by JT Garza on the far side, out across the 20, down around the 19-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the pass from Wayman, right at the 20-yard line. Wayman to Garza. Wayman is 4 for 4 passing tonight, Sean. He hasn't missed yet.
Yeah, he's a big guy, too. 6'1", 200 pounds.
Counter play. Bendelay runs into his own guy, Joseph Terry, and says, "Get out of my way." That's actually Garza on the carry. JT Garza is able to slam ahead for a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Spartans. And we're down to, boy, the sun is right on that scoreboard. I'm trying to look. 9:10 to play here before halftime. 3rd and 1 for Minico. Ball is at the 16-yard line of Burley. Wayman runs into his own guy on the option play. Gets the edge, though. Wayman throws a defender out and will take it inside the 10 for a first down.
Yeah, he just whacked him. It wasn't even a stiff arm.
He basically said, "Get out of my way."
And Carson Wayman kind of reminds me of, remember Kentucky a few years ago had he was just a huge quarterback. He was just a big guy. Kind of reminds me of him. I can't think of his name, but.
Yeah, Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty they called him. And that's Waymont is a lefty as well, so.
I knew that, obviously.
Yeah, you knew that. He's not hefty, though. He's just a big, strong dude. He is a big, tall guy for this Minico offense. It's now 1st and goal for the Spartans from the 7. Up the middle for Japheth Bendelay into the end zone for a Spartan touchdown. Japheth Bendelay right up the middle. There go the fireworks, and he's in from 7 yards out. And that is what Minico does best. March it down the field, run the ball, mix in a couple of timely passes, and end it in the end zone. Minico will line up and go for 2. Didn't get it on the run, so the score remains 6-0 in favor of Minico with 8:16 to play here before halftime. Tonight's game on IdahoSports.com is brought to you in part by Brewster Cheese, the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. They produce more than 100 million pounds of award-winning all-natural Swiss cheese each year. Plus, they love what they do and, of course, love to hashtag Make It Swiss. Yeah, they know they're cheesy. They also love supporting the local community and wish the Minico Spartans the best of luck in tonight's game. Tonight's game also brought to you by Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More. They have one of the largest selections of furniture and floor coverings in the Magic Valley, always in stock and ready for same-day delivery. Whether you're decorating your new home, updating your current home, or shopping for that special someone, Lee's is the place to shop for all your flooring and furniture needs. Visit their store at 459 Overland in Burley for harvest specials going on right now. Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More is a proud supporter of all the local athletes. So Minico will kick off leading 6-0. How will Burley respond now is the question. Squib kick again. Neither side really wanting to kick deep. That is fallen on by Colin Roberts. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Burley from their own 35-yard line. Good field position to start.
And I don't know if you noticed, Burley's got like the play cards, the big poster boards holding up, and I don't remember them doing that the last time they played, so maybe they anticipated a lot of noise and had the plays on those big boards.
That's how they call the plays in from the sideline. 1st and 10, Loveland going to throw a screen. Gatlin Bear makes the catch, but Nick Gibson is there right away for the tackle. And a penalty flag comes out at the end as well. We'll see what the call is here. Could be a face mask. Personal foul against Minico. And again, the official has his back to us, so I don't think it was the face mask. I think it was just a personal foul penalty.
Might have been a late hit after
at the end of the play. Definitely could have been. So it's 1st and 10 now, ball right at the 50-yard line. Quarterback keeper for Loveland that time goes for a gain of 2 to make it 2nd and 8 with 7:15 to play before halftime and a 6-0 Minico lead. Pistol formation this time. Loveland hit, stays on his feet, somehow gets the pass off. Tiptoe grab is made by Khalil Schroeder. What an incredible throw by Loveland and what a remarkable catch by Schroeder. How did he complete that shot?
I don't know. I thought the Burley player was in the standing with all the other players. It was hard to tell that he was actually still on the field.
Well, and Loveland got absolutely popped, but he didn't go down. He's a big guy at quarterback as well. 3rd down and 3. They'll throw a screen pass to Schroeder that goes nowhere. It'll be 4th down. But that was like a classic like you see in the movies where the guy came from the blind side for the sack on Loveland, and then he kind of just bounced off him.
Yeah, he got hit, and when 2 immovable objects hit, sometimes nothing happens, just boom. So
it's 4th down and 2. for Burley. They're going to go for it. Ball is at the 42-yard line of Minico. Loveland gets the play call from the sideline. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 3 receivers up top. 4th and 2. Loveland slinging, caught on the curl by Gatlin Bear for a gain of 5 and a first down. So when in doubt, go to the guy that came into tonight's game with 500 receiving yards through 3 games. Gatlin Bear didn't play in the first game of the year for Burley, so 500 yards through 3 games. Loveland going for the home run ball, throws it up for grabs. It's intercepted by JT Garza at the 15-yard line. Garza comes away with the pick as Loveland just floated that one.
Yeah, it just had too much air under it.
So JT Garza not only does it on offense at the wingback position, but making a big play in the secondary as well. And now Minico gets the ball back with 5:16 to play here before halftime. Important drive for Burley defensively. They get the ball to start the second half, so if they can contain Minico here, keep it a 1-score game, they'll be in pretty good shape. Minico starts with a first down run that gains a yard. Well, not even that. It'll be 2nd and 10 officially. Ball still at Minico's 15.
And yeah, you just don't see Loveland really throw the ball like that. Usually his ball is just on a rope.
2nd and 9. Pitch out right side to JT Garza. Looked like it might be a halfback pass. Garza instead will just try and run for what he can. And so Garza is able to pick up a couple. What'd you think of that play, Sean?
Well, it didn't look like there was any receiver, so I think he was just trying to fake him out, but luckily he didn't lose the ball. It almost looked like he was going to lose the handle of the ball, and that could have been disastrous.
Yes, you want ball security, and if you're out there pretending like you're going to throw it, that means it's not tucked in close. 3rd and 7 for the Spartans now from their own 17. Inside counter, big hole. Joseph Terry cuts to the outside, still going, shaking off defenders all the way out to the 49-yard line of Burley for a first down.
And if you like football, you like that run. He was just hard downhill running.
Gain of 34 on the run by Joseph Terry, and it's 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball at the Burley 49 with 3:40 to go before halftime. Hit the hole so quick. He's the speed back in this Minico attack, and penalty flags come out. Going to be a false start call. Or actually, illegal shift. Because Minico does this, right? They run that wing tee. They've got multiple backs that are in motion at different times, Sean, and that time 2 guys went at once.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for me to find where the ball is with all the different guys in motion and running, and you don't quite know who's going to get that ball to run.
Yeah, it's hard to call it out as a play-by-play guy as well. Wave it back to pass, will sling it. That is caught on the out route. Broke a tackle, still going. Out across the 40, brought down shy of the 35 is Riker Stimson, the junior, with his first grab of the night.
And I'm going to tell you, that's what I've been impressed with right now is Minico's been able to make some of these throws that, they just couldn't quite hit last year, and that's making a huge difference for their offense right now.
Gain of 10 on that pass to Stimson. Fresh set of downs for Minico. 1st and 10. Hand up the middle. Joseph Terry brought down around the 15-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle from Ryan Jensen. But it'll be first down again for Minico.
Like you said, Terry is fast.
That last gain was for 25 by Joseph Terry. It's 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball at the Burley 14. 2.5 to play before halftime. Inside counter. This is JT Garza taking it for a couple. And that's the thing with Terry is, his last 2 rushes, Sean, have gone for 34 and 25 yards respectively. If he can get to that second level, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, and that's what Minico does. They'll get kind of those short runs, and then they'll break out a couple 30-yarders.
And now a timeout taken by Burley again on defense. Their second timeout of the half. 2:05 to play here before halftime. 6-0 Minico lead. Spartans have it 2nd and 9 at the Burley 13-yard line. Tonight's game on IdahoSports.com is brought to you in part by Lava Hot Springs, your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15. Their world-famous hot springs are open now from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And beginning October 1st, that's coming up pretty quick, the hours will change. They'll open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., and they'll be open until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees. Come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove will open October 1st, Fridays and Saturdays from noon to 8 p.m. and Sundays from noon to 5 p.m. with special weekday hours. Visit lavahot-springs.com for more information and a calendar of hours. Tonight's game also brought to you by the crew over at Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert. They're committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 208-436-5600 or stop by at 109 South 100 West in Rupert. Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, a proud supporter of Minico Athletics. Handoff up the middle this time. That was actually Wayman who kept it. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Minico now after that gain of 8. So 3rd and 2 for Minico. Ball is at the Burley 6. Minute 30 to play before halftime. Minico has all 3 timeouts still. Handoff up the middle this time. Looked like Bendelay on the carry. And we'll see where they spot it at there among the pile of bodies. They may call for a measurement here. No, they're just going to say 4th down. 4th and inches for Minico. 1:28 to go here before halftime. 6-0 Minico lead, trying to add on. It is 4th and inches for the Spartans. The ball is at the 5-yard line. They've got to get to the 4 officially for the first down. What do you call here, Sean?
Yeah,
You're puzzled.
They might just run the ball,
Wayman could sneak it. He's a big body. It's exactly what they do. Wayman gets the push and gets the first down.
That's going to stop the clock because there's only 55 seconds left.
And again, Minico's got all 3 timeouts to work with. Burley only has 1 timeout remaining. And now if you're Minico, you don't want to score too quickly either.
No, because like you said, Burley's going to get the ball back. But if they're able to score here, I think they're going to be very happy to go into halftime with a 2-score lead.
Well, I know what I'm saying is Burley gets the ball to start the second half, but you don't want to have Burley get the ball back in this half with too much time because Loveland's got a big arm, right?
Yeah.
They're capable of striking from anywhere on the field. We're down to 30 seconds to play before halftime. 1st and goal from the 2. Handoff left side is Bendelay brought down. Nice tackle for Burley. That was Caden Palmer who came up and made the stop, and now Minico will spend their first time out with 19 seconds to play here before halftime. It's going to be officially a 1-yard gain for Bendelay, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. So the River rivalry game. They play for an oar. That oar has been in Minico's possession for a long time, Sean. 17 straight wins for Minico in this rivalry series. Burley has not won since 2004.
Yeah, 2004. Last year, Minico won 30-15. It was kind of close in Burley, but Minico put it away towards the end of the game, and Burley's, I believe, off to their best start in like 3 decades, 4-0 for Burley. They haven't had this good of a start in 3 decades, so both teams just having a great year.
Well, and, everybody plays pretty much 8 games, right? Some play 9, but the way the 4A playoffs are set, where 16 of 24 teams make the playoffs, Burley at 4-0 already has pretty much put themselves in prime position for a playoff spot. The question is, how high up will they finish in the conference? Minico, the reigning conference champs, they want to keep it that way. Bendelay stretching for the end zone. Did he get there? I think they're going to say short. And so Minico will take another timeout here, Sean, with 17 seconds to go before halftime. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the inch-yard line. Bendelay was trying to stretch out for that touchdown, didn't quite get there.
Yeah, the sideline referee was starting to put his hands up, but then he was waving it off. I thought he was going to say touchdown. It was, the wave almost into the TD sign, but he waved it off.
He did. He almost shot those arms up, and then he
brought him up and then went sideways, not vertically.
Yeah, like it was a dance move or something. So Minico spends its second timeout. So our game reset here. 17 seconds to play before halftime. 6-0 Minico lead. Spartans will have it 3rd and goal on the inch-yard line. Each side has 1 timeout remaining. Minico would love to get a touchdown here. And I wonder, if they don't get the touchdown, do they try a field goal or do they go for it on 4th and goal? That's also something to consider, because Minico's got a decent kicker.
Yeah, and like you said, points could be at a premium, so.
Jorge Solorio is their kicker. He's also a defensive lineman. Wayman gonna push on a QB sneak. He didn't get it. Wow, it's gonna be 4th and goal from the inch-yard line. And did Minico take their final timeout with 8 seconds to play here before halftime? They did. Oh, they let it run all the way down to 3. So again, Sean, this has worked out about as well as it could for Minico here. They're either going to kick or go for the touchdown, but basically Burley's going to have no time left to do anything with just 3 seconds to play before halftime.
Yeah, really good clock management for Minico to not leave any time for Burley to do anything. So pretty smart and worked out well for him.
So do you think they go for it here, or do you think they try the field goal?
Oh, man, they've had pretty good success running the ball, but Burley's goal line defense is stepped up here in the last couple of plays, and I don't know. At this point, I think maybe go for a field goal just so you have points on the board, because you don't want to walk away into halftime not scoring here either.
And we talked about, they had 1st and goal at the 2, and it is now 4th and goal from the inch-yard line. Minico is going to keep the offense out there. Both sides getting fired up here. Wayman on the sneak. They're pushing the pile. He's in for the touchdown with no time remaining before halftime. Wow, Wayman on 4th and goal from the inch line is able to get the push and take it in for the Spartan touchdown. And now Minico will line up and go for 2. It's just how they drew it up, right, Sean?
Yeah. Well, initially you almost thought he was going to get stopped, and kind of got a good second effort push from the lineman and got it in there.
Minico, 2-point try. Wayman back to pass. Slings, caught. Joseph Terry, the 2-point conversion is in. And at halftime, Minico in front 14-0 over Burley in the annual River Rivalry game. A fast-moving first half, and we'll take a break and catch our breaths. That was an exciting first half, an exciting finish for sure. We'll take a break and come back with the halftime show. You're watching Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community. Is it defined by where you live? Or is it something more? A deeper connection. The experience of being welcomed and the feeling that no matter where you're for,
It is halftime here at Bill Matthews Field at Minico High School, the annual River Rivalry game and Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane, and at halftime it is Minico in front of Burley 14-0. That was a fast-moving first half, Sean. Minico had 3 possessions. They punted on their first one. The second one ended with a 7-yard touchdown run from Japheth Bendelay. And then the third possession ended right as we hit zeros at halftime on 4th and goal from the 1. Carson Wayment gets the QB sneak. And so Minico has cashed in on 2 of their 3 drives. And conversely, if Minico has only had 3 drives, well, Burley's only had 2. They turned it over on downs deep in Burley territory. And then Caleb Loveland threw that interception around the Minico 15-yard line. So Burley has gone 0 for 2 on both of their possessions. It was a very fast-moving first half.
Yeah, it was just kind of a blisterous pace. A lot of penalties for both sides, but probably, like you said, the big story was the interception. Burley was kind of making their way down the field, and the interception really changed the game around, and Minico was able to take what was left of that second quarter all the way down to score for their second score, and it's kind of been the difference in the game.
Yeah, we were scoreless after 1 period, and then all the scoring happened in the second quarter where Burley was down 6-0. You mentioned it, Sean. They were driving, and Caleb Loveland throws the interception to J.T. Garza of Minico. So Garza comes away with the pick, and then, like you said, Burley never got the ball back after that.
They didn't have any more opportunities, and Minico just a methodical drive with some runs and some timely passes, and when it was 4th and goal, 4th and inches, and punched it right in, and that was the quarter.
All right, so here are the halftime stats, and again, this is all unofficial, but Burley had the most passing yards in the first half. Burley had 74 passing yards. Minico had 63, so fairly even there. The big difference is on the ground. Minico rushed for 122 yards in that opening half. Burley rushed for just 12. So big difference there in the rush game. So total yardage, Minico with 185 in the first half, Burley with 86. Individually, let's start with the Burley Bobcats. Ramsey Trevino, 3 carries for 10 yards. Caleb Loveland, 1 carry for 2 yards, and that's it. Caleb Loveland, 9 of 11 passing for 74 yards. The 2 incomplete passes that he's had tonight, Sean, one was on 4th down when Burley turned it over on downs. The other one was the interception that we just talked about. Otherwise, Caleb Loveland's been perfect tonight. Leading receiver is Khalil Schroeder, 3 catches for 29 yards, including a nice tiptoe grab right here on the near sideline. After that, it is Jacob Williams, 1 catch for 26 yards. Gatlin Bear has 3 catches for 10 yards, and Ramsey Trevino, 2 catches for 9 yards. And now for Minico. First half on the ground, the leading rusher was Joseph Terry, 5 carries for 59 yards. And a lot of that came on his last 2 rushes of the half, where Minico went basically from their own 40, like down to Burley's 30, basically on the back of a couple of Terry runs. So 5 for 59 for Joseph Terry. After that, Japheth Bendelay, 11 carries, 35 yards and a touchdown. Carson Wayment has 6 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. And J.T. Garza, 3 carries for 7 yards. Carson Wayment in the first half, Sean, I thought this was a big key as well. A perfect 5 for 5 passing for 63 yards. Just enough to keep that defense honest.
Yeah, and they were good. They were just good passes when they needed it. And I think just enough good passes really just opens up that run for the Minico offense. And if Minico's able to make passes when they need to, they're going to be a very difficult team to stop.
So Wayman, a perfect 5 of 5 passing for 63 yards. The receivers, Joseph Terry, 1 catch for 29 yards. J.T. Garza, 2 catches for 17 yards. It was Riker Stimson, 1 catch for 10 yards. And then Carson Suchan, 1 catch for 7 yards for Minico in that first half of action. So this is a big battle in the Great Basin Conference here on Magic Valley Game Night. What else is going on around the conference tonight, Sean? And in the 4A classification. As a friendly reminder, we've got the Friday Night Flash on IdahoSports.com live in real-time scores from across the state. Keller doing a great job of updating that. Sean, what else we got going on?
All right. Well, in Blackfoot's taking on Rigby, and in the second quarter, Rigby is 14, Blackfoot is 3. We've got Ridgeview Caldwell up in Boise. Ridgeview 7, Caldwell 0. As the cannon goes off, Shelley in Bonneville. Shelley's up 7-0 in the second. Skyview in Columbia. Skyview 14. Columbia 0 in the second. And that's all the scores I have in the 4A. I did see a funny post, though, on Twitter from Greg Woods from the Idaho State Journal. He's at the Blackfoot Rigby game, and he took a picture of a Bronco and a Bronco. You know, the Broncos mascot was in a Ford Bronco car on the field. I thought that was pretty good, and his post was a Bronco and a Bronco.
Hey, that's pretty good, and we've had a lot of style and flair to this rivalry game tonight as well. There was a helicopter that landed on the field prior to the game tonight. Were they delivering the game ball, Sean? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, they delivered the game ball. One of the players went out and got it, ran it over to the team. That was pretty cool, and they were honoring veterans and EMT and service members in the community. So that was a really nice touch.
Yeah, that's a very cool deal. And then as Minico took the field tonight for the first time, they had an old cannon out on the field, and they lit that bad boy and let her go. And they lit the cannon. You heard it right before they came out for the second half as well. And also tonight, there's been fireworks after each Minico touchdown as well. So no stone left unturned in terms of getting the crowd fired up for this annual River Rivalry game. We talked about Minico has won 17 in a row in this rivalry series. Burley hasn't won since 2004 against their rivals. They call it the River Rivalry game because they're separated by just the river. They play for the Big Oar. That's the rivalry trophy that they're competing for. If Burley wants to make sure it's not 20 in a row in terms of losing to Minico, what do they have to do in this second half, Sean?
Well, I think they have to go back to what they were doing at the first drive. They were able to get some pressure in on the Minico offense, and so I think, again, Burley's defense is going to have to find a way to get in and get some stops. But really, the Burley offense, when they get the ball, they're going to have to make the most of it and try to get some points on the board. But, I was really impressed with Minico's offensive line. They made some adjustments because they were kind of getting stopped at the first, and they made adjustments. And Minico's offensive line was doing a really good job towards the second half, making holes and creating space for their runners.
Well, and they've given Wayman lots of time to throw when he has dropped back to pass tonight as well. Tonight's game on IdahoSports.com is brought to you in part by Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More. They have one of the largest selections of furniture and floor coverings in the Magic Valley. They're always in stock and ready for same-day delivery. Whether you're decorating your new home, updating your current home, or shopping for that special someone, Lee's is the place to shop for all your flooring and furniture needs. Visit their store at 459 Overland in Burley for harvest specials going on right now. Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More is a proud supporter of all the local athletes. Tonight's game also brought to you by the crew over at Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert. They're committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 436-5600 or stop by at 109 South 100 West in Rupert. Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, a proud supporter of Minico Spartan Athletics. Squib kick taken by Burley at the 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats to start this third quarter, down 2 scores.
Yeah, neither team really willing to kick it fully to the, take a full kick. A lot of squid kicks I've noticed tonight.
A lot of explosive athletes. Joseph Terry is the return guy for Minico, and for Burley, it's Scatlin Bear and Jacob Williams. So, yeah, I don't blame either side. Loveland on 1st and 10. Strike over the middle. In and out of the hands of Khalil Schroeder. And it will be 2nd and 10.
And speaking of Terry, he had some 2 30-yard runs in that second quarter that were kind of big for Minico as well.
Yeah, he had a 25-yard run and a 34-yard run, and then he caught a 29-yard pass as well from Waymond on just a route over the middle. Official timeout here for equipment. Somebody's got I think a helmet problem or something. I think they got it fixed, but it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats.
And I think they also adjusted the clock.
11:39 to play here in the third, it shows. Loveland has time, going for a home run ball for Gatlin Bear. Throws it way up for grabs. Double coverage on Bear. Burley fans wanted a flag, and boy, that pass hung in the air for an eternity, Sean. It's incomplete.
I couldn't get the camera up that high.
He threw it out of frame. Oh, man. There was an NFL quarterback in the 90s. Do you remember Jeff Blake, Sean? He played for the Bengals, and he wasn't very good.
I do not.
But that was what he was known for, was like throwing these 80-yard rocket balls that would go out of the frame of the camera. That's
not a bad idea with Gatlin Bear, but double coverage, it's going to be hard.
Well, Bear had to stop and wait for the ball to get there, so 3rd and 10 now for the Bobcats. Loveland going to throw a screen, threw it low for Jacob Williams into the grass, and Loveland a little frustrated. It's a quick 3 and out here for Burley.
And that's what's going to be difficult, because Minico's just really controlled the ball. Once they get the ball on offense, they can really grind down the clock with that run.
Now, I guess I shouldn't say a quick 3 and out, because it looks like Burley will go for it here on 4th down. And the way possessions have been at a premium here, I can't say I disagree. 4th and 10 from the 40. Loveland steps up, now will take off and run. And trying to stretch. I don't think he got there. It'll depend upon the spot. We'll have to wait and see. He needed 10. I think he got 9. Let's see. Where are they going to spot this at? That's short. It's a yard short. Minico fired up. Loveland needed 10. He gets 9. And the Bobcats turn it over on downs.
Yeah, he was just so close. Loveland, that is. He was so close to getting it. Nice heads-up move. He almost got sacked, and nice little move to get out of there, but just short.
Yep, just took off and ran with it. So now Minico gets it back with 11:04 to play here in the third, up 14-0. Actually 11-11. We're having some clock problems here in the second half, but
yeah, and we talked about how good the linebackers are for Minico, but the secondary of Minico has just been outstanding tonight.
1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 49. Handoff up the middle for Japheth Bendelay. And Bendelay will pick up 3. And for Minico, they want to take the air out of the ball a little bit here. Burley possessed the ball for less than a minute to start that third quarter. Handoff left side this time for Bendelay, brought down by the ankles in the backfield. That's a nice tackle from Colin Roberts. Lost a yard, 3rd and long.
And that's kind of what I was thinking Burley's going to have to do. They're going to have to take some chances and try to shoot the gaps and get the Minico tackled early and not let them get out of that pile.
Yeah, if any of these 3 backs, Terry, Bendelay, or Garza, hit that second level for Minico, could be running a long way. 3rd and 9. Pitch out to JT Garza's got a blocker. Garza's got the first down. Out to the 35-yard line. That is a gain of 16 and a first down. That was a nice play call that time. The pitch out to Garza, and then he had another back leading the way. So 1st and 10 for Minico now. Ball at the Burley 34. Minico up 14-0, 9:50 to play in the third. Quick hitter. This is Bendelay spinning, staying on his feet, and will be brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. That's actually Joseph Terry on the call that time. A gain of 8 makes it 2nd and 2. .9:20 to play in the third. Ball is at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and like you said, Minico taking the time. But what I do like about Minico is they wait a really time, but when it's time to go, they all run up to the line like they're right now and run the play very quickly.
Yeah, they take their time in the huddle, and then they sprint to the line. Quarterback keeper for Wayment. Penalty flag comes out. For the moment, Wayment has enough for the first down, but we'll see what the call is here. Like you talked about, Sean, a lot of penalties tonight on both sides. Looks like a holding call against the Spartans, so this could be the break that the Burley defense needed. With 8:57 to play in the third, down 14-0. We'll see how far back they move this ball. Going to move it all the way back to the 37-yard line, actually the 38, where it'll be 2nd down now and 14. So from a first down at about the 20 to 2nd and 14. Wayment back to pass, taking a deep shot, overthrew his man, Stimpson. They were trying to go that time to Riker Stimpson, a little too high, and it's 3rd and 14 now. First incomplete pass of the night for Carson Wayman.
I kind of like the play call. It just trying to catch Burley off guard a little bit on there. And like I said, I think for Minico to have a deeper playoff run, they're going to have to hit some of those passes.
That's been the story, not just for Minico, but the Great Basin Conference as a whole. 2 years in a row, the Great Basin Conference has gone 0-3 in the opening round of the playoffs. 2 years ago, Jerome was the conference champ in the 5 seed, and they were knocked off by the 12 seed Moscow. Last year, Minico, the conference champ in the 4 seed, and they were knocked off by 13th seeded Valley View. Wayment on 3rd and 14 will keep it. Cuts back inside. What a move by Wayment. Spins like a top. Will be close to the marker. We'll see. He faked outside and then cut it back to the middle, Sean. That was a nice run, and they'll say it's enough for the first down.
Yeah, great move. Kind of just swung one way, went back inside, and just enough for the first down.
Needed 14, and that's exactly what Wayment got there. And again, thought he was going outside, and then he cut back in and then spun at the end of the play as well. So 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball at the Burley 24 with 8:10 to play here in the third. Wayment, handoff to Bendelay up the middle. Bendelay gets a couple. This is what Minico wants to do. They want to impose their will. It's been a really nice turnaround for the Spartans under 5th-year head coach Keelan McCaffrey. He's a Minico graduate, so he knows what it's like to wear the red and gold of the Spartans, and he's done a fantastic job building this program into a power in the Great Basin Conference. There's a powerful run up the middle by Joseph Terry. Inside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal. They're going to put this ball all the way down to the 6, it looks like. A gain of 18 on that last run by Terry.
And kind of when Minico just needs a play, Terry's been the guy tonight.
He has been the big play guy. No touchdowns yet, but definitely the leader in all-purpose yardage. 7 minutes to play in the third. 1st and goal from the 6 for Minico. Inside handoff to Terry. They faked like they were going to run an option pass out to the right side, and it was a nice little draw play to Terry. Only gains a yard, though. 2nd and goal from the 5. It's a diverse playbook for Minico. You know, you think of the wing tee, and all they do is run the ball. That's not true. They have a lot of diverse things they can do out of their formations. It's a very difficult offense to defend. Minico knocking at the door. 2nd and goal from the 5. Handoff left side. Terry cuts it back up, keeps the feet moving, and will take it into the end zone for a Spartan touchdown. Terry from 5 yards out puts Minico up 3 scores. And it looks like for the first time tonight, Minico will try the point after. Jorge Solorio on for the try. High snap. Gets it down, though, and Solorio bangs it through. So 6:15 to play in the third, and Minico leads 21-0 with 6:15 to play here in the period. A very impressive drive for Minico, and now Burley, every possession pretty much is a must score here for the Bobcats. Tonight's game on IdahoSports.com is brought to you in part by Lava Hot Springs, your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15, their world-famous hot springs are open now from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Beginning October 1st, hours will change. They'll be open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees. Come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove will open October 1st, Fridays and Saturdays from noon to 8 p.m. and Sundays noon to 5 p.m. with special weekday hours. Visit lavahot.springs.com for more information and a calendar of hours. So here we go, Solorio ready to kick off for the Spartans. We talked about it, Sean. Every possession now is a must score for Burley. Will be fielded at the 25 by Gatlin Bear. He's got the speed, he's got the edge. Gatlin Bear cuts back to the middle. Gatlin Bear, this is why you don't kick to Gatlin Bear as he takes it all the way back for a Bobcat touchdown. But wait, a penalty flag back at the 40-yard line. This could be all for naught. What was a 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Gatlin Bear may be coming back. But perfectly illustrated there, Sean, why we've seen nothing but squib kicks tonight. You don't want to kick it deep to Gatlin Bear.
Yeah, and I don't think they were trying to kick it deep. It just kind of rolled a lot farther than anticipated, but it's coming back.
Blocking penalty against the Bobcats, to the chagrin of the Burley fans that are in front of us. Head coach Cameron Anderson wants an explanation on the sideline as well. Won't get it. And so Burley will have to, we'll see how far back they move this ball. The penalty was thrown at the 39-yard line. They'll put it back at the 29, where it'll be 1st and 10 now for Burley. Every possession now, Burley's pretty much got to cash in, down 21-0 with 5:57 to play in the third. Schroeder, the man in motion, handoff to Trevino on first down. Not much doing. First guy in there for Minico defensively was JT Garza, and then Chris Torres helped finish off the play as well. It'll be 2nd out and 8 after the 2-yard run by Trevino. Schroeder again, the man in motion. It'll be a double handoff. It's going to be a pass for Gatlin Bear. Going to throw it downfield all alone. Jacob Williams has the first down, has the touchdown for Burley. A trick play results in a touchdown pass from Gatlin Bear to Jacob Williams. That'll get you right back in the ball game. That is a 68-yard touchdown throw from Gatlin Bear to Jacob Williams. What a play design. And now wait, our official
is way back there.
And he's got his flag out as well. What are we, oh man, what's going on here, Sean?
I don't know, but I didn't even see that official. I mean, he was all the way back like at the 50.
Our head official here, the white hat. And he had the penalty flag out as he was running down the field. I think he picks it up. Oh, no. Personal foul against Minico. And a personal foul against Burley? Is that what he just called? I think just against Minico might be enforced on the kickoff. Either way, Burley going to line up and go for two. Bobbled snap. Direct snap to Ramsey Trevino. Didn't get it. So Trevino denied on the two-point try, and it remains 21-6. Let's take you through. Oh, now they say it was good. Okay. They're going to have a talk about it. Side judge said no. White hat said yes. Now the white hat says, okay, no. So after all that, well, they might talk about it still here. Let's find out. Yeah, I think they're saying no good on the run.
Yeah, it was no good.
Okay, so it ends up being a 68-yard touchdown pass from Gatlin Bear to Jacob Williams. They started with Schroeder in motion right to left. They tossed to Schroeder, and then Schroeder tossed it back to Bear, coming the opposite way from left to right. Bear gets it. Pretty good throw down the field, and Jacob Williams was left all alone. So the trick play gets Burley back on the board. Now the question is, can the Bobcat defense get a stop?
Yeah, I think that is the question. The Minico offense has just been rolling right now, and can Burley find a way to get the ball back? So is the penalty going to be assessed here on the kickoff, huh?
I think that's ultimately what it's going to have to be. Yeah, they are. They're going to kick off from way back. And again, we'll probably see a squib kick here to Gatlin Bear. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Brewster Cheese, the largest manufacturer of Swiss cheese in the United States. They produce more than 100 million pounds of award-winning all-natural Swiss cheese each year. Plus, they love what they do and, of course, love to hashtag Make It Swiss. Yeah, they know they're cheesy. They also love supporting the local community and wish the Minico Spartans the best of luck in tonight's game. Dangerous spot here for Minico, kicking off from their own 45. We just saw Gatlin Bear take a kickoff back. It's going to be an onside kick here from Burley. Yeah, I had that backwards, Sean. Sorry. Burley was the team kicking off from the Minico 35. They tried the onside kick, but an illegal procedure didn't go 10 yards. So 1st and 10 for Minico after all that.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to go for an onside kick, and just the ball didn't go far enough, and some of the Burley fans thought they had it, but it'll be Minico first down here.
Yeah, didn't go the 10 yards before the Burley guy touched it, so. All right, after all that, Minico gets it back here. 5:17 to play in the third. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Up 21-6. They'll start with Bendelay off the right side and kind of bear crawling his way out to the 40. Gain of 4 on first down for Japheth Bendelay. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for Minico. 4:50 to play in the third. Ball is at their own 41-yard line. Quick hitter again. This is Bendelay stretching out and getting the first down. Takes it out to the 49, a gain of 8. They'll move the sticks. .4:30 to play here in the third. Minico just trying to put together another one of their patented time-consuming drives that ends with a rushing score.
Yeah, you know, it's only the third quarter, but the way Minico plays, that time's already kind of an issue.
That clock's getting very short for Burley. And up the middle, did the ball come out? Burley seems to think they've got it. They do! A fumble recovery by Burley! Coming out of the bottom of that pile with it for the Bobcats is Parker Wilson, the junior. That's what Burley needed. Parker Wilson recovers the fumble and gets a chest bump as he heads to the sideline from that Bobcat coaching staff. What a swing in the game. Now it's Burley with the ball back, 1st and 10 from the Minico 47. We talked about they needed a stop. And I'll tell you, no better opportunity than right there for Parker Wilson, the junior defensive lineman. Can Burley take advantage and make it a one-score game? Loveland back to pass. Has time. Going for the home run ball. Floats it short through a sea of hands and incomplete. Gatlin Bear and Jacob Williams were both in the neighborhood, but so were 3 Minico defenders, including at the very end, Dane Rasmussen, who nearly came away with the pick.
Yeah, Rasmussen had it in his hands, but just couldn't quite pull it down.
And that's now 4 incomplete passes in a row for Loveland. He had the 3 on the opening drive of the third quarter, and then he ran for it on 4th and 10 and got 9 yards, and then he just threw incomplete there. So Loveland hasn't completed a pass yet in this second half. They'll throw a backside screen. That's caught by Jacob Williams. Makes a man miss and takes it out to the Minico 35-yard line. A gain of 12 and a first down. So when your quarterback is struggling a bit, penalty flag though at the end, Sean. Hold on.
Oh, yep.
Wipe it out. I was going to say when your quarterback is struggling downfield, getting a couple of screen passes can be a good way to get him kind of back in rhythm.
Yeah, I was going to say that was, I think, a really good play call, and unfortunately the penalty is going to bring it back.
It's going to be first down at 15 now for Burley.
And Burley's kind of had a lot of penalties.
They had over 100 yards in penalty yardage last week in that win over Preston. 2nd and 15 for Burley now from their own 47 over the middle. That's caught by Gatlin Bear out to the 40. A gain of 17. It'll be 3rd and manageable now. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Back to pass over the middle, caught for the Burley first down, a gain of 3 to Braxton Bowen, his first catch of the night. So all of a sudden, 3:05 to play in the third. Burley has it 1st and 10 at the Minico 35-yard line. Down 21-6. Loveland screen pass, Bear with the catch. And Gatlin Bear maneuvers his way just shy of the 20. Another Bobcat first down. And all of a sudden, Burley's starting to feel that confidence coming back.
And I like what Burley's doing. They're just really going very quick, and I think that's really helping them.
1st and 10 from the Minico 22. Loveland with the pump fake. Loveland to the end zone. Contested catch is made for the touchdown. Khalil Schroeder. A sensational grab in double coverage for Schroeder. A 22-yard touchdown strike, and Burley back in it.
And did you see Loveland kind of held the ball there for a minute, and it wasn't a pump fake, but he kind of put it down like he was going to run, and I think that just created enough time.
Yeah, the pump fake froze him. Direct snap to Ramsey Trevino, trying to get the 2-point conversion. Did he get it? No signal yet. They'll say he did. So Ramsey Trevino gets the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, we got a ball game, Sean. 21-14, Minico's lead now cut down to 7. And really, it was Burley getting the 68-yard touchdown on the wide receiver pass from Gatlin Bear to Jacob Williams. Then Parker Wilson recovered that fumble for Burley. And then a 22-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Loveland to Khalil Schroeder. And now all of a sudden, Burley's got all the momentum.
Yeah, just a quick change of events. You kind of felt like Minico was going to run away with it, literally run away with it, and the turnover just costly, and Burley's right back in here.
And now if you're Minico, this is where head coach Keelan McCaffrey says, all right, take a deep breath, guys. We're still the team with the lead. We trust what we do. Let's go out and get another touchdown here and try and get a little breathing room. What a turn of events, though, in this Third quarter of action. Minico was up 21-0. Burley has rattled off 14 in a row. Squib kick taken by the up man, bobbled. Minico is able to fall back on top of it at the 34-yard line. That was nearly disaster, though, for Ian Bingham. Bingham able to fall back on top of it. And I don't know if you noticed, Sean, but Joseph Terry was creeping up there. I think if Bingham let it go, Terry had a chance to maybe catch that squib kick and have a chance at a return.
Yeah, he had to really jump up to get it and just fell. And, yeah, if you maybe let it roll, Terry gets it, and you never know.
1st and 10 for Minico from their own 35-yard line. They'll start with JT Garza. And Garza gets a yard, and that's it. Leading the charge that time for the Bobcats defensively is Kyler Dalton. Actually, sorry, beg your pardon, it's Brock Sheffer. Sheffer, one of the big D tackles on that line, along with Parker Williams, the guy who recovered that fumble for Burley on the last drive. Those two have been very good in the interior of that Burley defensive line tonight. 2nd down and 8. Toss play to Garza, looking to get to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Garza still going. Where did he step out? Rattles all the way off into Burley territory, though.
And that's what Minico does, is they get, just a couple yards, and then they find that big opening, and
they'll say.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say they'll say he stepped out back at the 43-yard line. So a gain of 21 on the run by Garza. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, I just thought he was way farther.
I did too. Bendelay says, how about this for a long-distance dial-up? A 43-yard touchdown run for Japheth Bendelay. And Minico responds in quick fashion.
And Minico saying they can score quickly, too.
Solorio back out for the point after try. 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a leg, I'm telling you. Drills it.
That was a great kick. That's a weapon, right? If this gets a little closer. I remember last year, the kicking was pretty important in the game between Burley and Minico. Kind of gave Minico a cushion.
Yes, Solorio is capable of making it from about 35 yards out. So Solorio kick is through. And at 1:45 to play in the third, it's 28-14. Minico on top. We will be back in just a moment here. We lost power for a second, so we'll take a break and come back right after this on IdahoSports.com.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
Back in Minico, Bill Matthews Field, squib kick taken by Ryan Jensen of Burley out to the 41-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10. But Burley back down 2 scores, 28-14 after the 43-yard touchdown run by Japheth Bendelay. We're down to 1:38 to play in the third. 1st and 10 for Burley from their own 41-yard line. Loveland, little middle screen, caught by Trevino. Gain of about 3. That's a nice, short, open field tackle by Paxton Twiss. Trevino gets 3. It's 2nd and 7. 28-14 Minico here in the annual River Rivalry game. They play for that paddle. Burley now taking their time with 55 seconds to play in the third. 2nd and 7 from their own 45. Loveland slinging it deep. That ball is tipped and picked. Intercepted by Minico. On the return, I believe that's Garza. Garza could take it all the way back. They'll say he stepped out. But boy, another interception pulled down. And I believe that was JT Garza, right, Sean? 22.
Yep. Yes, on that. I think it was Garza, and just out of bounds, I believe he stepped out.
Actually, our PA announcer said it was Dane Rasmussen who came away with that interception, 21 versus 22. It was on the far side. So Rasmussen comes away with the pick for Minico and returns it all the way to the 4-yard line where it's 1st and goal from the 4 now for Minico. What a change in momentum. Burley had it within 21-14, and now Minico threatening to go up 35-14 with 25 seconds to play here in the third. No gain on that last carry, and Minico says, we'll go ahead and take it to the 4th. Well, that was an exciting third quarter of play. Each side turned it over. Each side scored a couple times as well. And as we go to the 4th in the River Rivalry game, it's Minico in front of Burley, 28-14. We'll be back right after this on Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
When life calls for necessary add-ons, your home can pitch in to help with a new home equity line of credit from D11's Bank. This is living on a whole new level. This is community banking.
Specializing in orthopedic care, sports medicine, and certified hand therapy, Burley Physical Therapy works closely with you to minimize your pain and maximize your function. We also provide the only in-house aquatic therapy in the Magic Valley. Now proudly partnered with Elite Fitness as a full-service health club, we have the unique ability to continue our hands-on approach between your recovery and customized independent programs. Exclusive to the area, Elite Sports Performance offers the only certified Sports Metrics knee injury prevention program. We also have multiple performance classes for all age groups that focus on athletic fundamentals through elite training. Burley Physical Therapy and the Elite family, partnering for a lifetime of health.
Gut check time again here for Burley. Apparently we had no audio there, Sean. So
all right.
Let me tell you what's going on here. Japheth Bendelay scored on a 9-yard touchdown run for Burley for Minico. 11:49 to play in the ball game. Minico now up 35-14. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More. They have one of the largest selections of furniture and floor coverings in the Magic Valley, always in stock and ready for same-day delivery. Whether you're decorating your new home, updating your current home, or shopping for that special someone, Lee's is the place to shop for all your flooring and furniture needs. Visit their store at 459 Overland in Burley for harvest specials going on right now. Lee's Furniture, Floors, and More is a proud supporter of all the local athletes. Khalil Schroeder on the reception, but Nick Gibson is there right away for the tackle. A loss of 3 on that screen.
And Minico has been really good at making those open field tackles. They don't give you very many second chances.
So loss of 5 on the screen to Schroeder makes it 2nd and 15 for Burley from their own 42, down 3 scores. Loveland slings it, caught Gatlin Bear, brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be third down and 2 now for Minico. Or for Burley, excuse me. Jeez. There's been a lot. Remember that first half that flew by and it was 14-0? I mean, we've had a lot of action now in this second half of play. 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats. Trying to convert. They'll give it to Ramsey. Trevino lowers the shoulder, gets the first down. Takes it ahead for 3. So Trevino keeps the drive alive. 10:43 to play in this River rivalry game. 35-14. Minico leads by 3 scores after Japheth Bendelay scored on a 9-yard touchdown run right at the start of the 4th. 1st and 10 for Burley from the 40-yard line. Loveland all day, half the night, floats it deep, and it's picked at the 10-yard line. 3rd interception of the night for the Minico defense. And this time, coming away with the pick is Stockton Chandler. So Stockton Chandler becomes the 3rd different Minico defensive back to pick off a pass tonight, joining JT Garza and Dane Rasmussen. And again, very rarely tonight has Gatlin Bear not been double covered. And that time Minico makes them pay.
Yeah, there's almost 3 people there, 3 Minico jerseys.
Minico 1st and 10 from their own 3. Will hand off to Bendelay. Out to the 11-yard line for a gain of 8. 10:15 to play here. Minico up 35-14, but just love to run some time off the clock. And you feel like that was kind of Burley's last gasp, right? I mean, they definitely have a big score, quick strike offense. Coach Cameron Anderson has branded it the Top Gun offense. But, I mean, the way Minico controls the clock and runs the ball, it's going to be very difficult for Burley to come back.
Yeah, Minico's kind of grounded them tonight.
2nd and 2. Ball came out. Did Burley force another fumble and recover? They did. A fumble by Minico. And recovered, I believe, by Braxton Bowen.
And that ball just kind of scooted across maybe 10 yards, just kind of no one was aware that it was out.
I don't think the handoff ever got there for Minico, and now here's Burley. 2nd time tonight they've recovered a fumble in a key spot. Down 3 scores with 9:38 to play. Can the Bobcats take advantage? It's 1st and 10 from the Minico 12 following the fumble and recovery by Braxton Bowen. Loveland out of a pistol. 2 receivers either side. Back to pass. Going to fire it to the end zone. That's caught for a Burley touchdown. Khalil Schroeder, 2nd time tonight. Burley, I mean, we're not quite into October yet, Sean, but Burley's kind of like the killer in a Halloween movie. You just can't quite Just when you think you're ready to move on in your life, the killer comes back.
Yeah, Minico should be running out of the house, but they keep just running up the stairs and getting trapped.
Burley going to go for 2. Loveland going to sling it high, incomplete, but flags come out. We'll wait and see. Hold on, could be pass interference possibly. Let's hold the phone and wait and see. What do we got here, Sean?
Well, he pointed to Minico, but maybe they picked it up. I didn't hear a call.
Okay, we'll wait and see. But 35-20, Minico back to within 2 scores here with 9:32 to play in the 4th. Do we see an onside kick here from the Burley Bobcats?
I mean, it's probably a good idea at this point. I mean, they haven't really wanted to kick it deep anyways. Maybe go for that onside kick or even just a little shorter squid kick and see what can happen.
A key fumble by Minico, a recovery by Burley, and on one play, a 12-yard touchdown strike from Caleb Loveland. Colton Loveland was the all-world tight end from Gooding last year that's now at Michigan. And speaking of, that's where Cameron Anderson was at last year at Gooding. He coached the Senators for 12 years and now in his first year in charge of this Burley program, 4-0 start for the first time in almost 30 years, Sean.
That's crazy.
Staring down the barrel of a 19th consecutive loss to Minico, though, in the River rivalry game, trying to come back into it, down 15 with 9:32 to play. They will go for the onside kick, and it will be fielded by Minico right at the 50-yard line. Anthony Valdez falls on it for Minico.
And, you know, if Burley can find a way to get the stop here and get the ball quickly back, I mean, this game is not out of reach on how quickly we know Burley can score the ball.
They've got a quick strike offense for sure. The key is going to be getting a stop quickly here because Minico can really chew time off the clock. So that is going to be paramount here for Burley. Handoff to Bendelay off the left side. Will fight for extra yardage and get about 5 on the carry. So Bendelay now with his 19th carry of the night. Makes it 2nd and 5 for Minico. Ball is at the 45-yard line of Burley with 9:05 and counting. Each side has all 3 timeouts remaining. Burley right now trying to get a stop or force another turn. Really the only times tonight they've stopped Minico was on the first drive of the game and then the 2 fumble recoveries. Otherwise, Minico has had their way. Inside handoff, this is JT Garza. Garza for 7 and a first down.
And that makes Minico so tough late in games. If they have a lead, they're just able to control the clock with that running game.
Well, and they've got 3 guys that can all pound the ball, right? Joseph Terry, JT Garza, who we saw in that last play, and Japheth Bendelay. So they all stay fresh throughout the game as well. We're down to 8:20 to play now. 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball at the Burley 38. Wayman will hand off to Bendelay off the left side. Bendelay full steam ahead inside the 20. Finally shoved out around the 15 for a Minico first down.
Yeah, and Bendelay was the league MVP last year, and he's looking to repeat.
Definitely. So that last rush was a gain of 26 for Japheth Bendelay. 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball, well, where'd they put that at? Back at the 17-yard line, so only a gain of 21 for Bendelay. 1st and 10 for Minico from the 17. Bendelay gets the call again. close to the 10 with 8 minutes to go. It'll be second down and short. Second and 3, we'll call it. 7:45 to play, and Minico trying to put this one to bed here in the annual River Rivalry game. Not an empty seat in the house tonight, Sean.
No, if we had to leave here quickly, it would not happen.
I shudder to think how long it's going to take us to get out of here tonight. And off right side, Bendelay making defenders miss. Bendelay pushing the pile and will be down at the 1. Wow, Japheth Bendelay just kept the legs moving. Picks up 11, and it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Yeah, at Bendelay, you kind of think he's going to get tackled, right? And then he just keeps going and going and going.
He really does. He
gets low, and it looks like he's going to hit the ground. And, man, if I bent over that much, I wouldn't be walking the next day.
He does. He stays very low to the ground. 7 minutes to go. 35-20. Everybody can see the scoreboard here on this end of Bill Matthews Field. And Minico, of course, is going to let that bleed off as much as they can before they run a play here. And now I believe Minico takes a timeout here. Interesting, with 6:47 to go.
Yeah, I thought it was a little late in the play for Burley to take one, so.
Minico tonight has scored 5 touchdowns. Japheth Bendelay has scored 3 of them on runs of 7, 43, and 9 yards. Joseph Terry had a 5-yard touchdown run, and then right before halftime, as time expired, Carson Waymont on a 4th and goal from the inch line gets a 1-yard touchdown run. Those are Minico's scores tonight. And then 3 interceptions from the Minico defense as well. JT Garza, Dane Rasmussen, and Stockton Chandler. For Burley tonight, Gatlin Bear threw a touchdown pass to Jacob Williams, a 68-yard score. Caleb Loveland has thrown 2 touchdown passes to Khalil Schroeder as well from 22 and 12 yards out. And Burley has recovered 2 fumbles tonight from Parker Wilson and Braxton Bowen. Bendelay up the middle into the end zone. 4th touchdown of the night. And that'll pretty much put this one to bed with 6:44 to play. It's now 41-20, Minico pending the PAT.
I feel like they're going to run out of cannon shots if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, they got enough gunpowder for that thing?
Jeez. We can't quite see it, but it's smoking.
Solorio, point after kick is through. So 42-20. Minico trying to win their 19th in a row. Actually, their 18th in a row here in the River Rivalry Series.
And that's a feat in itself, right? I mean, to beat anyone in any kind of sport 18 times in a row is just so difficult, especially in a huge rivalry game.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm trying to think of the other great rivalries that happen around the state. You know, the Black and Blue Bowl we did last week in Pocatello.
And it was the 11th? Highland won the 11th?
I think 12th.
12th?
12 in a row for Highland over Pocatello. The Emotion Bowl, another rivalry game coming up tomorrow on IdahoSports.com. Idaho Falls and Skyline. Idaho Falls currently on a 1-game winning streak there. That's a more even rivalry. Back and forth the 2 teams go.
A 4 o'clock start tomorrow.
That's right. Paul Kingsbury will be on the call for that. Onside kick by Minico. Trying to catch Burley off guard, and Burley's able to recover, and now the Bobcats have it in pretty good field position here. Interesting call.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I think at this point maybe you just kick it and let the clock be your ally, but Minico with the onside kick, and Burley's started with good field position, just not been able to capitalize, just too many turnovers.
Yeah, and again, I get it. You don't want to kick it deep to Gatlin Bear because he can put Burley, down 3 scores with 1 kickoff return, but That was a little short for a squib kick. Trevino going to run on first down, and Trevino is going to pick up about 6. 6.5 to go, and I'm sure we'll see Burley in the hurry-up offense here.
Yeah, I think they'd be moving a little more quickly.
2nd and 4, 6:15 to play. Loveland going to sling it in the flat to Trevino. Penalty flag comes in from the back judge at the end. That was a long throw from our back judge, too. Did you see that, Sean? He was at about the 25-yard line, and he threw it.
I didn't see him, but I saw the flag come in.
Had a lot of air under it. The flag lands at the 50. So that was a good 25-yard toss from our back judge there on the penalty throw.
He must be good at cornhole, right? The beanbag toss.
That's right. Oh, wow. Block in the back against Burley, so they'll move it back. I might try to recruit him. Our church, Sean, has this thing called Oktoberfest on October 1st. And it's a big fundraiser, and they have a cornhole tournament. So I need a partner. Maybe I can talk to that official.
Well, if distance is part of it, he's your man.
2nd and 12. Following the penalty, Loveland over the middle. Receiver fell down on the play. Trying to go to Braxton Bowen, and now it'll be 3rd and long. With 6:01 to go, and Burley down 42-20.
And, Loveland's had time to throw. It's the Minico secondary has done a nice job for the most part of the game, making sure everyone's covered.
Yeah, keeping these receivers well blanketed. There's not been a lot of room tonight for these receivers to break free. Loveland throwing a high screen. It's tipped in, nearly intercepted. Miscommunication there as Gatlin Bear came short. Loveland thought he was going further upfield. That ball was tipped and nearly picked. I think Brevin Trankel was in there for the Spartans that time. 4th and 13 now for Burley. Trying to convert here. Loveland with a 5-wide look. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 2 at the bottom. Minico rushes 3. Loveland steps up, going to throw over the middle. It is caught by Gatlin Bear for the first down. They needed 13. Gatlin Bear gives them 15. Move the chains with 5:40 to play. First and 10 for Burley. Ball at the Minico 40 with 5.5 to go. Loveland flushed out. Will fire on the run to Gatlin Bear. Popped right away by Nick Gibson. He's been all over the field tonight, Sean. And it's a gain of just a yard for Bear.
Yeah, and, we talked about the linebackers of Minico. They also are very good in coverage.
2nd and 8 for Burley. 5 minutes to go. Ball at the Minico 43, down 32. Loveland going to sling it. Caught by Schroeder on the out route. Dips out for a first down. From the 43 out to the, looks like the 29. Actually, the 28 is where they'll set that. So a gain of 15 on the pass to Schroeder. Clock stopped as well as Schroeder got out of bounds. 4:56 to go. Loveland, 5 wide again. Stepping up now, will take off and throw off his back foot at the last moment. Penalty flag comes out. Was he beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw that? I thought so, Sean, but we'll see what they call here. They're gonna wave it off. All right, so they'll say he was behind the line because he ran forward, and then I think he realized, and then he kind of pivoted back like he was shooting a fadeaway shot in basketball, right? So he got back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, as long as any part of you is behind it, you're fine. So it was just enough body over that line.
Incomplete pass, though. 2nd and 10 for Burley now at the Minico 28 with 4:45 to go. Down 42-20. There's the pump fake by Loveland. Looking for the home run ball, doesn't see it, now throws off his back foot, has a man open, that's Trevino through the middle. Ramsey Trevino into the end zone for a Burley touchdown. 28-yard strike from Caleb Loveland to Ramsey Trevino. Burley hanging around.
Nice job by Loveland to get out of there. He was about sacked and created a little more time for himself and able to connect.
Now Burley will line up and go for two here. 4:34 to go. Burley down 42-26. Loveland throws the fade to Gatlin Bear, and he came down with it. What a catch from Gatlin Bear. They get the 2-point try. Now we'll see the onside kick, right? With 4:34 to go, Sean, and Minico down by 2 scores.
Well, you'd imagine so. But, yeah, I would look for an onside kick or even just kind of one of those pooches just right after the 50, just something quick and hard and try to get it bouncing out of someone's hand.
Here we are in the annual River Rivalry game. These two schools are separated by what, 10 miles?
Yeah.
And, of course, the river that runs between them, but
super close.
You know, back before all the highways and interstates were built, you know, I'm sure it was a little bit of a journey to get from Burley to Rupert, but now nothing to it. 4:34 to play. Minico trying to win their 18th in a row. Burley has not won in this rivalry matchup since 2004. Down 2 scores. We'll see what they do here. They will try the onside kick. And again, it's Valdez, Anthony Valdez, who falls on it for Minico. So that's 2 times Valdez has come through. And now for Minico, hang on to the ball, run the clock.
Yeah, just probably a couple of first downs and might be the ball game.
Japheth Bendelay has been the guy tonight, 4 rushing touchdowns. I'd say right now the clubhouse leader for our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Of course, we'll hand that out in the postgame show. Bendelay will take it on first down. Across the 45 to the 43. Gain of 8 for Bendelay. '24th carry of the night for Japheth Bendelay, and meanwhile that clock rolling. We're down to 4 minutes to play. And Minico up 42-28. Go ahead, Sean.
Burley has all their timeouts still, but just probably not enough time.
Bendelay up the middle. It's going to be 3rd down for the Spartans. Well, let's see. I thought he didn't get enough, but now they say he did. All right. So needed 2, got 2. A first down for Minico for Bendelay. 3:35 to play. Now Burley may have to consider using their timeouts here.
Yeah, I said 2 first downs might be it. There's 1.
Right. 1st and 10 from the 40, and like a steer wrestler. That's a nice tackle there by Sawyer Condell in the backfield. As Joseph Terry had nowhere to go and loses a yard. 2nd and 11.
Again, at the completion of this game, the traveling oar will be awarded to the winning coach of the winning team. That will take place at the 50-yard line.
So right after the game, Sean, here in the River Rivalry game, we just heard it on the loudspeaker. The traveling oar will be presented to the winning coach. We'll go ahead and hang out here so you can see that presentation before we head to the IdahoSports.com post-game show. Right now, looking like Keelan McCaffrey and the Minico Spartans will hang on to that for another year. 2nd and 11. Up the middle this time. It's Joseph Terry for a first down.
Terry on the carry.
That's right. Hey, this PA announcer really gets into it here at Bill Matthews Field in Rupert. Gain of 14 for Terry. 1st and 10 for Minico. Ball at the 26-yard line of Burley, and more importantly, 2:10 to play. Putting the finishing touches on a pretty solid night for Minico. You know, this is a Burley offense that came into the game tonight, Sean, averaging 62 points per game. So to hold them to 28, pretty good for that defense.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, you know, Minico is only allowing 11 points per game. And, you know, Burley, you know, if you knew Minico only gave up 11, you know, as their average, and you came in and scored 28, you would feel like you did a pretty good job. But unfortunately, the run game just too strong.
And again, I think the way Carson Wayman threw the ball effectively tonight has to give Minico some confidence moving forward as well. JT Garza carried it for 2 on that last run. We're down to 1:15 to play now. Minico taking every last second off the clock, and now they will kneel down and run it out. So it looks like Burley's going to call off the Dogs. We're down to a minute to go. Although the clock has stopped, I'm not sure why. Now we're back and rolling. And
the student section has the lighters out.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? Little glow sticks or something.
I think it's just their cell phones.
Oh, that could be, yes.
Well, I was just joking about, I'm sure they do not have the student body with lighters.
That's probably correct. Minico will kneel down again, and the celebration is on. For the 18th year in a row, the Traveling Oar will stay with Minico High School. They defeat Burley in the annual River Rivalry game, 42-28 the final. And again, we'll keep it here for the Traveling Oar presentation. It'll happen right at midfield here. And with the win, Minico goes to 4-1 on the season, 2-0 in Great Basin Conference play. All the remaining cannonballs and fireworks going to be set off here. And then for Burley, it's their first loss of the year. They're now 4-1 as well, but they are 1-1 in Great Basin Conference play. And we think right now in the hierarchy, the top 3 teams in the league are the 2 teams we saw tonight plus Twin Falls. Burley will play Twin Falls on October 7th. Minico will be and that game will be in Burley. Minico will be at Twin Falls in the regular season finale on October 21st, in a game that could decide the conference title. But a big first step tonight here for the Minico Spartans to try and repeat as Great Basin Conference champs.
Yeah, just a really nice job by Minico, you know, able to throw the ball and run the ball. And, you know, the Minico defense stopped this very high-powered Burley offense. And, you know, that was kind of the key to the night.
Minico going to line up and await their prize, the Traveling Oar here in the River Rivalry game. And for Burley, we talked about it. First time they'd been 4-0 in nearly 30 years. This is a program that you can see. I mean, we did this game last year, Sean, and Burley, you know, marked improvement under first-year head coach Cameron Anderson, and there will be better days ahead for this Bobcat team as well.
Yeah, you could tell the Burley players that, you know, that they really wanted to win this game, and, you know, hats off to them. They went out and played. You kind of thought Burley was going to go away when it was 21-0, and they made a pretty good effort to come back. And then we got both teams out.
There it is, the traveling oar. And the celebration is on for the Minico Spartans. 18th year in a row, the traveling oar belongs to the red and gold. We'll step aside and take our last break and come back with the IdahoSports.com postgame show right after this. You're watching Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome into the IdahoSports.com postgame show. One final time from Bill Matthews Field in Rupert. The Minico Spartans win their 18th consecutive River Rivalry contest over the Burley Bobcats by the final score of 42-28 tonight. Back inside the broadcast booth, Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane. Burley made it interesting in that second half, right? They got to within a score at 21-14, but just too many turnovers for Burley tonight.
Yeah, you know, kind of at one point you thought Minico was going to run away with it, and Burley, you know, they showed some grit and made a game of it, but it was just too much Minico towards the end and being able to control the game with the run, and then just their stout defense, and they were able to come away with the win.
So let's hand out our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Sean, what do you got?
We're going to go with Japheth Bendelay, the Minico running back, all right? He carried it 25 times for 136 yards 4 touchdowns, 5.4 yards per carry, and he is just one hard dude to tackle. So Japheth Bendelay will be our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department.
Forget bend it like Beckham, bend it like Bendelay.
There you go.
How about that?
Getting low with Bendelay.
Yes, good, strong running back. Just ran it so well tonight. Runs really low to the ground as well. So congratulations to Japheth Bendelay, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Well, that'll do it for this broadcast of Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com, presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Tonight's game has also been brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Big thanks to all of our local broadcast sponsors tonight as well. Magic Valley Tires, Les Schwab and Rupert, Brewster Cheese, Burley Physical Therapy, Lava Hot Springs, and Lee's Furniture, Floors, and more. As Burley comes up short, 4-1 on the season now, 1-1 in conference play. Minico wins their 18th consecutive River Rivalry contest. They're 4-1 as well, but 2-0 in conference action. And congrats to Japheth Bendelay, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, 136 yards rushing and 4 scores. Well, that'll do it from Bill Matthews Field and Rupert. For Sean Kane, I'm Brandon Baney. Until next time, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.